We're here with Brian Metro, trimmer on board Alinghi Red Bull Racing. So it looked like we were going to have a day of two-boat testing with both your prototype foils now on the yellow boat, but the red boat was pulled out of the water and the rigging went back in the shop for works. The boat came back in the water not long after and joined you on the water. What happened to the rigging?
So it was the plan to go sailing with two boats today, and they just have a small issue with the Cunningham truck on the mast, so they have to remove the mast to fix it, but it was a quick fix, so good one.
Meanwhile, you went out on the yellow boat, a 15-minute warm-up, and you touched down after a jibe. It looked like you had a problem with the port foil and with the jib halyard as well. What went wrong?
So we had a nice 15-minute sailing, and then we had issue with the system inside the boat, so we couldn't sail longer properly the boat, so we stopped.
Do you know what the issue was?
Yeah, it's a system issue with the hydraulic and...
So moving on to the AC75, your refined mainsail controls on board. It looks like a narrower gap between the skins with the actuator removed from the clew and down low. What are you trying to achieve with the new system? How's it better than the previous?
Yeah, we test a new system on the 75. The goal is to make it ready for the next boat. And the goal is to try to have less space at the back between the two skins and improve a bit the aero and also we can use all the LCS to control the back of the sail.
And yesterday we saw the shore crew holding onto the jib sheet as the mast was rotated. This was during the systems checks before sailing. And how's the mast rotation linked to the jib?
Yeah, we start to using some logic to link different functions between them, but it's just the start. It's really the beginning.
What else have you linked together?
A lot of things, and much more to come.
Do any controls initiate or come on once loads exceed certain values, such as the Cunningham or the forestay tightening when it reaches a certain load?
No, we really start with basic thing, and
so you had a close call yesterday, or it looked like a close call from our point of view. In a jibe into the start box, the boat was bouncing as both boards were down.
Yeah.
The rudder's been updated on the 75. What's different about it, and how does the rudder and pitch affect stability, especially in these kind of situations?
Yeah, we had a nice situation yesterday on a pre-start during a bareway. And I think it just we try to improve the control we have on the boat, so we play with the rudder more and more. And just sometimes by rushing the thing in the pre-start, we do some small mistake and goes in the wrong direction.
My name is Max Tringali. I'm a sail designer for American Magic here.
Sail designer. So, is you got the loft right here?
Yep. We have our loft up above the shed here. Working on making sure all our sails are in good shape every day, and making sure our test sails are ready to go. You guys have been pretty good.
So, how the sails you design compare to the one design sails that you got with the package? If you can give us a bit of a...
Yeah, I mean, we kind of use the one design sails as our baseline, and as the sailors and design teams think of different things to test, we try and iterate between what we think is the right direction to go, and kind of using the one design sails as our baseline, and then seeing how we think the performance is between our sails and them.
And talking about performance, how do you measure the performance of whatever you change on a sail the day you use it for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Sometimes it comes down to, you know, how well a sail performs like through a range, through a given wind speed range, or you know, how well it can change gears. That sort of thing is a big one that we like to test. You know, between taking off and once you're up and foiling is something we like to look at.
And is it back to basic concepts on sail design, sail making, as in love round and seams, or something more to it?
I'd say the theory is all really similar. It's just kind of pushed to an extreme. You know, at the edges of, you know, what we think is normal or what we knew in the past, pushing beyond a little bit and some of those kind of design ideas.
And the fact that both the Jeep and the main have buttons all the way across, that's got to be a difference, at least in the Jeeps, because we don't see that quite often.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty nice feature about these sails. It makes our job actually a little easier to help control the shape and fine-tune the shape of bat design and that sort of thing is another tool to help in our designs, for sure.